TitleMatchNetwork.com.
Thoughts on the Monday Night War?
I think the Monday Night Wars were great. Competition always makes the product better, and they were kicking our ass for a long time.
Did you see the tension behind the scenes?
Well, they used to have Howard sitting by the trucks outside looking at the Nitro and reporting everything that happened, and then like Eric was doing things like giving our finishes because we weren't live, but that's where the problem came, where they did away with enhancement guys and all that stuff. That was the best way to do it.
Once Nitro began taking control of the ratings, how did things change behind the scenes for WWF?
They cut the budget. Vince had like little meetings, and he says, "Well, I don't own a network like Ted Turner, and I don't have endless pockets like Ted Turner, and this and that." But then what did we do? We went Attitude Era, I believe.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Decision was now made to go full blown with the Attitude Era. Thoughts on the era of the company?
Oh, the Attitude Era was great. That's when we started booming, and Turner couldn't do it because his station wouldn't allow that.
Right.
So we had him.
Before the Attitude Era became part of the mix, how did people within WWE look upon ECW?
ECW was like a cult following. ECW was like, I'm not going to say minor leagues, but like almost like it wasn't respected like it is today.
ECW came into work a couple shows for Vince. They did the Raw in Manhattan Center. What are your memories of those nights at some of the
Didn't
guys?
they just sit in the first row or something like that?
No.
Sandman and a couple of the guys.
Well, that was the angle they did, but they also did a couple matches when Paul was doing Barely Legal. They had Little Guido wrestle Stevie Richards.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Sabu came in.
I was supposed to cut promos with all those guys, and then like Sabu said to me, Paulie said, "Don't do anything for you guys." Paulie was playing like a
right.
Paul was playing like a little bit. Paul said he never said that.
Right,
but
he probably did.
Yeah, probably did.
Yeah. Memories of working with Steve Austin and what he brought to the table.
The only things I did with Steve Austin was cameos in the back. I didn't actually have a match with him. Steve Austin was huge. I loved the idea that Goldberg was in WCW and Steve Austin was in our company.
Yeah.
And Steve Austin could work circles around Goldberg.
What was he like outside the ring?
Very, not edgy, but not, put it this way, if I asked him to do a promo, once in a while he'd blow me off. But he was a nice guy, but just a loner. Always on his own, you know what I mean? Always outspoken. Like one time he called Vince and he says, "I quit," or something like that.
Right.
And then when he was the ringmaster, he hated it. And until he came up with that Stone Cold deal. But I mean, I tell you, he was a working machine.
When you ask guys to do promos and they blow you off, was that it wasn't obvious for TV, it was for other spots and stuff?
It's not that they don't blow me off. They go, "Okay, I'll try to get to it later. Because a lot of guys don't realize the value of it.
It's TV time.
Exposure. It's insane. Yeah. Other guys like Miz, Cena, they would always come right in. You know what I mean? And other guys I could never get in. I don't want to even say the guys that I wouldn't get in, but like I even told Jericho that, and Jericho understood that because I gave him shit a couple of times. You know what I mean? I told Jericho, I can't go back and I can't tell these people that you don't want to do anything. I'm going to put heat on you.
Yeah. I
said, I'm not like that, but most guys would do that.
Memories of the day WWE bought WCW.
Oh my God, scary. Scary for WCW talent. I remember Buff Bagwell coming in and they told me they don't want him to wear the hat. Oof.
We did an interview with Bagwell and he talked all about that.
About me doing it? Telling him that?
I don't think he brought up your name, but he buried Jim Ross a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to wear that. No, the company comes to me and says, "We don't want the hat on him. We want it to be a different identity." I says, "You can't wear the hat." He goes, "That's my gimmick. I am the hat, this and that." Right away, he can't have an ego.
Yeah.
But, I don't think he thinks it wasn't me. I didn't make the decision. Don't shoot the messenger.
Memories of working, well, I guess what was your reaction like within the company when that all happened?
It wasn't scary for me because I knew with my job.
You were secure.
I was secure because I had more people coming in and they're going to need more help.
Do you remember working the gimmick battle royal at WrestleMania 17?
Yeah, I do. I wasn't Doink. I was Kimchi, wasn't I?
I think so, yeah. Would you have preferred to work it as a Brooklyn Brawler?
Probably, yeah.
What led to the idea of you turning heel in New York and becoming the Boston Brawler?
Oh my God, that really broke my heart. But they just wrote it in like that. They wrote in where they said if you take that New York Yankees shirt off and say now you're the Boston Brawler, they're gonna start a riot. I'm telling you, that was real heat.
Did you feel like you were turning on the Yankees?
I felt like I was turning on my all of New York, all of Brooklyn.
Anybody from the Yankees organization contact you at all?
No, but I did wrestle in Florida with George Steinbrenner in the first row with his grandson with the Yankee shirt on.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Now, you said you've always wanted to work in front of the ECW crowd at the arena.
I want to work in front of there like more than ever.
You actually got to work, even though it's not the same thing. You got to work with Kurt Angle on ECW.
Yeah, but that was the
obviously.
Bootleg ECW.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow's like the really, well, even though it's not ECW anymore.
It was the same feel, and it's going to be the same type of crowd reaction. And
because they just like, and I asked Paul if they would like me. He says I would be a natural fit.
Oh yeah.
And Eric Bischoff told me that it's going to be the perfect place for me.
Without a doubt.
I want to produce. You know what I mean? I want to. Like, what do they expect? Is it like it used to be?
It's like the same kind of fans, rabid fans, and they're really it's 1,000 smart marks. Yeah. So yeah, and they're definitely gonna pop for you huge. So
yeah, but I mean, they didn't want to see like you come out with a bat, like Terry Funk with the barbed wire around the bat. And
no, it's not gonna be that crazy. They don't. Yeah, they kind of toned it down a little bit.
But you could throw them outside, run them into
You're just gonna be a novelty there, and I think you're just gonna get over just on the fact that you're the Brooklyn Brawler, Steve Lombardi at the ECW arena. It's like a holy shit moment.
Because that's the same arena that Paul Lee ran.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's where he did all his TVs out of and everything. It's what.
It's like it's my vision quest, like that movie.
Yeah.
I got to do it.
It's gonna be awesome.